something like this is going to comprise 5 servings of bread. When fast food companies first opened, they generally introduced one size. For example, one size French fries when McDonald's first opened, called fries. That size fries is now called small, medium, large, and supersize. That original size is still here. It's got about 200 calories, but the supersize is going to pack in over 600 calories. When Burger King first opened, they had a 12-ounce small and a 16-ounce large. This 12-ounce is now kitty. The 16-ounce is now the small, the medium, the 32, and the 42. And this is across the board with all fast food places. Cars have introduced larger cup holders to accommodate those huge 7-Eleven double gulps, which are 64 ounces, a half gallon, and hold anywhere from 600 to 800 calories, depending on how much ice you put in.
A half gallon of soda.
A half gallon of soda for one person, 48 teaspoons of sugar.
Hello, may I help you?
Yeah, could I get the double quarter pounder with cheese meal?
Large or supersize?
I think I'm gonna have to go supersize. Look at that. Look at that Coke. That barely fits in there. Oh, shit. I'm gonna... Look at that. Look at how big that thing is. Look how big that French fry is. That thing is like 4 feet tall. Double quarter pounder with cheese. More calories than anything. There it is. A little bit of heaven. Mmm. That's a lot of food, man. I'll tell you what. You get all that supersized stuff? That stuff gets supersized? Man, look at that. I just I'm not even halfway done with those fries. Not even halfway. It's like a workout. See, now's the time of the meal when you start getting the McStomach ache. You start getting the McTummy, you get the McGurgles in there, you get the McBrick, and you get the McStomach ache. Right now I got some McGas that's rocking. My arm.
Are you sweating there?
My arms, I feel like I got some McSweats going. My arms got the McTwitches going in here from all the sugar that's going in my body right now. I'm feeling a little McCrazy. Oh. Just give me a minute.
I'm in pure McDonald's heaven.
This is gonna be you, like, after every meal.
Oh. I'm dying.
Oh, God, that's so nasty. Oh, it's making me puke.
You all right? Yeah.
I believe we live in a toxic food and physical inactivity environment. That is, we live in an environment that almost guarantees that we become sick. Not 100% of people become sick, but the numbers of people who do are growing and growing and growing. I don't believe that toxic is too strong a word either, because an epidemic of obesity where 60% of the population is suffering and record numbers of children having this is a crisis by any standard.
The toxic environment is constant access to cheap, fat-laden foods. It's gas stations that sell more candy and sodas than gas. It's a nation where there are more than 3 million soda vending machines. That's 1 for every 97 Americans. It's a world where people depend completely on their cars for transportation, and where walking has become such a chore that we rely on machines to do it for us.
stomach feels horrible this morning. It doesn't feel good at all. There we go. I'm getting this really weird feeling right in my midsection, like basically in my penis right now. It's just like this. It's really freaky.
That is very odd.
Yeah.
It could be from the caffeine, but I'm not, I couldn't really pinpoint that 100%.
You'll have it delivered from Mr. Morgan, 1339.
1339. I made it over the 3-day hump. You know how when you quit smoking? I don't know how many of you out there smoke cigarettes, but you should stop. I quit smoking, and it's the 3-day hump. It's the 3-day hump when you quit smoking cigarettes. If you can make it over those 3 days without smoking one cigarette, if you can make it past day 1, day 2, day 3, you make it over the hump, you're fine. Same thing with this. I made it past day 3. I'm all right.
Left unabated, obesity would overtake smoking as a leading preventable cause of death in this country.
I was at this meal, and it came up that one of the people was a smoker. And somebody else at the table started hectoring him about, what's the matter with you? Don't you know how bad it is for you? It'll do this, that, and the other thing to you, and you really should stop. And the smoker, rather than saying, fuck you, which, is a mind your own business, which I think is the appropriate response, was abashed and defensive, and like, oh, I tried to quit, and yeah, I'm going to try again, and you're right, and so on. At that same table, there was a quite large woman. And I was wondering, what if this guy, instead of confronting the smoker, had said to the large woman, what's the matter with you, you fat pig? Don't you know how dangerous it is to be so overweight? Stop eating, for God's sake, and don't you dare get dessert, and what's the matter with you, right? Same logic. I'd be hard-pressed to find a distinction between those two examples. Okay, so one is now socially acceptable to hector smokers, but the other one isn't quite yet. So the question is, at what point will it become acceptable to publicly hector fat people in the way that smokers are publicly hectored?
A secret study by one of the tobacco companies that had the ominous title something like Brand Imprinting for Later Actuation in Life. They would buy the little toy cigarettes and they'd start play smoking them at 4 or 5 or 6. Wouldn't even notice the pack. I mean, if you asked them what pack it was, they wouldn't notice it. But the theory was that somewhere it's buried in here, and then when they get to the age where they're smoking, without even realizing it, they're going for that pack that they recognized because it had those nice feelings for them when they were little kids. In the same way here, yeah, they're satisfied, it's nice, they remember the warm feelings of playing and getting the toy and being with mom and dad, and it's going to carry through.
That's why, when I have kids, every time I drive by a fast food restaurant, I'm going to punch my kid in the face. Then he'll never want to come.
Rock and roll McDonald's! Rock and roll McDonald's! Rock and roll McDonald's! Rock and roll McDonald's! McDonald's will make you fat. They serve Big Macs. They serve quarter pounders. They will put pounds on you. Rock and roll McDonald's! Rock and roll McDonald's! Rock and roll McDonald's! Rock and roll McDonald's!
One of the most disturbing things to me is that in the last 20 to 25 years, we've actually seen a doubling of overweight and obese children and adolescents.
And this weight gain has been linked to countless health problems later in life, such as hypertension, coronary heart disease, stroke, gallbladder disease, osteoarthritis, sleep apnea, respiratory problems, endometrial, breast, prostate, and colon cancers, dyslipidemia, steatohepatitis, insulin resistance, asthma, hyperuricemia, reproductive hormone abnormalities, polycystic ovarian syndrome, impaired fertility, and adult-onset diabetes. In fact, if current trends continue, 1 out of every 3 children born in the year 2000 will develop diabetes in their lifetime.